Have you ever wondered how the deaf community navigated through the challenges of the early 20th century? It was a time of significant change, marked by the suppression of sign language in educational institutions, resulting in deaf individuals seeking alternative spaces for cultural and linguistic interaction. These spaces often took the form of clubs and associations for deaf people. These organizations served as important social hubs, offering a platform for cultural exchange and communication through sign language. They played a crucial role in preserving and promoting deaf culture in a time when mainstream society often tried to suppress it. In 1924, the International Committee of Silent Sports was established, later renamed the International Committee of Sports for the Deaf. The same year saw the inception of the International Silent Games, now known as the World Games of the Deaf, or the Deaflympics. These events provided an international platform for deaf athletes, promoting inclusivity and breaking down barriers. As the world entered the industrial age, the concerns of the deaf community shifted. Access to blue-collar employment opportunities became a dominant concern. Deaf individuals were eager to maintain their place in this new era, proving they were just as capable as their hearing counterparts. The National Association of the Deaf, or NAD, led several campaigns to ensure that employers and the general public viewed deaf people as good workers, contributing citizens, and taxpayers. They fought against the stereotypes and prejudices of the time, advocating for equal opportunities for the deaf community. In Europe, deaf individuals were also fighting for their rights, working hard to secure their place in the industrial age. They faced similar challenges and prejudices, but like their American counterparts, they persevered, proving their worth in the workforce and society. Despite societal pressure and adversity, the deaf community established a firm foothold in the new industrial age, proving their mettle as contributing citizens and taxpayers. The early 20th century was a challenging time, but it was also a time of resilience and strength for the deaf community, a testament to their determination and spirit. Did you know that deaf people were not just passive observers but active participants in shaping cultural narratives? This was vividly illustrated through their representation in media and art during the early 20th century. Consider, for instance, the influential book The Deaf-Mute Howls, penned by American writer and artist Albert Victor Balin. This groundbreaking work served as a potent counter-narrative to the prevailing view of deaf people as inferior or deficient. Across the Atlantic, the German film Misjudged People echoed this sentiment, showcasing the potential and capabilities of the deaf community. These artistic endeavors were more than just forms of self-expression. They were acts of resistance, challenging societal prejudices, and asserting the deaf community's rightful place in the modern world. They painted a picture of deaf individuals not as objects of pity or charity, but as creative, healthy, and thoroughly modern individuals. These artistic endeavors demonstrated that deaf individuals were not just capable, but also creative, healthy, and thoroughly modern. World War II was a period of contrasting fortunes for the deaf community. How so, you ask? Well, let's take a look at the two very different sides of the coin. On one hand, the war brought unexpected opportunities for deaf Americans. As many hearing men were called away to the front lines, a void was left in the workforce. This void was soon filled by deaf individuals who stepped up to take on these roles. The city of Akron, Ohio serves as a prime example. Known for its booming rubber industry, Akron became a beacon of hope and a hub of employment for the deaf community. Its rubber factories in particular hired many deaf workers, transforming the city into a sort of deaf mecca during the war years. This unprecedented surge in employment allowed deaf Americans to contribute in a significant way to the war effort and to the nation's economy as a whole. But alas, while the war brought work opportunities for some, it brought unimaginable horrors for others. In Nazi-occupied Europe, the deaf community fell victim to unthinkable atrocities. An estimated 17,000 deaf Germans were subjected to forced sterilizations. Tragically, others were forced to undergo abortions or were outright murdered. The Jewish deaf community suffered particularly egregious persecution. Out of Berlin's pre-war population of 600 deaf Jews, only a heartbreaking 34 survived the war. In total, an estimated 1,600 deaf individuals perished at the hands of the Nazis. World War II was a period of stark contrast for the deaf community. While some found opportunities, others endured unimaginable horrors. Yet their resilience continued to shine through these dark times. The deaf community's ability to endure, adapt, and continue to contribute to society despite the challenges they faced, is a testament to their unyielding spirit and strength.